We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of baseball on MLB Network. It's the first of a brief two-game set between the Mounties and the Thunder. Brad Sanders gets the call for game one of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, every team needs a pitcher like this one here. His numbers aren't going to blow you away. Career ERA just under 4. But one thing he does, he takes the ball every 5 days, throws strikes, and gives his team a chance to win every single time he goes out there. He'll be fun to watch in this one here today.
Now batting, Jason Downing. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. From the stretch. Fastball in there for a called strike.
First pitch, 7-10. Yeah.
Not where you want the changeup, but he gets away with it for a strike. Oh, and a big curveball swung on and missed, and the leadoff man is retired to start out the game. So striding in, Jerome Terry. He's got hits in each of the last 5 ball games.
Terry.
First delivery to him on the way. And he misses inside with that one, ball 1. And we could be in for a cold one tonight. 52 degrees at game time, but should see the 40s before we're through. And there's out number 2.
Batting first.
Time now to give you a look at the batting order for the visiting squad. Giro, give us what you have on this lineup as they start a new series.
Well, Matt, the key for me to success for this lineup is they got to be willing to come through in big spots. They got to stick to the game plan. Somebody's going to have to get a knock with 2 outs and find a way to not leave base runners stranded.
Hack Stevenson stands in as he looks at a called strike.
Hey, love the confidence in that pitch right there, going right after one of the better hitters on this team, not afraid to execute.
1-2 now. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Woody Keller.
Woody Keller, this is my nightmare. He likes to call a pitch above the zone, above the belt. I know guys say those are the pitches that go deep, but I'm telling you.
Line to shortstop. He's there to make the play, and that ends the inning. Alexi Salinas, the Dominican left-hander, will get the nod to start here. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, one of the main issues is he wants to limit the amount of walks. Walked 4 in his last start, and that's a little bit too many for a starting pitcher. He's going to need much better control if he expects to pitch better in this one.
Brian Cannon stands in as he can't connect here. 0-1. Bounce to first. Right to him. And he'll step on first himself to the out. With a moment now, let's have a look at the home team starting lineup. Mark, what's your take on him against one of the best starters in the game?
Yeah, you take a look at this lineup they're running out today, and they got their work cut out for them with the sinker baller on the mound on the opposition side. They're going to have to see the ball up. They're going to have to work the home plate umpire. Can't be given 4 to 6 inches off the inside half, or he's going to have a field day pounding that sinker in there. Should be interesting to see right out of the chute if he's got the good one in there.
And quickly, there are 2 away. In now, Scott Franchise. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. Hit on the ground to short. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Second inning set to go, and standing in is the veteran outfielder Keith Clark. First pitch on its way. In there at the knees, strike 1. And it's quickly 0-2. Hit sharply on the ground, and that's through for a hit. So the leadoff man reaches base to start out their half of the second inning.
Dan, count goes out the window with this batter right here. It doesn't matter if it's 0-2, 2-0.
He has great bat-to-ball skills. There are some guys that just have a knack, Dero, of being able to get the barrel of the ball, and this is one of those guys.
Batting fifth.
Time for a look at the defensive alignment for the home team. And check out the left side of this infield. You think the pitching staff's not going to want to pitch the righties in to pull and the lefties away to go the other way to the left side? That's because everything's getting caught on the left side of this infield. Should be fun to watch.
Standing in now, Spud Wallace, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike one. And he falls behind 0-2. This one's hit deep out to left center field. And, oh, he missed a home run by a matter of feet. It's off the wall.
Definitely an aggressive approach here, down 0-2 in the count. Instead of shortening his swing and protecting the plate, he takes a big rip and is able to drive it deep for a couple of bases and an RBI.
So now to the plate, Jared Davis. And that misses for ball one. Wallace leads off second with one gone in the inning. Popped him up. Esparza near the first base bag makes the play, and there are two gone now.
Batting eighth. The catcher, Willie Flowers.
Now at the plate, Billy Flowers, runner in scoring position with two gone. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
And he holds up here, but the pitch is a cold strike anyway. Flowers stands just shy of 6 feet at 5'11" and bats from both sides of the plate. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
Hey, this guy has been an absolute solid player his entire big league career, and I expect him to have a ton of suitors come this offseason.
Got him swinging, made him chase outside the zone that time, and that puts an end to the inning.
Well, the run will score in the inning on this RBI double. On to the bottom of inning number 2. The Mounties lead this one 1-0. Set to get his evening at the plate started, Randall Mad Dog, and it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. Here comes the first pitch.
Go.
1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Sinker misses that time, and it's 2-1. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
Good job to work the count and put himself back in the driver's seat. Started off with 1 strike, and now he's got the count in his favor, 3-1.
He's behind on the swing there, and the count moves to 3-2.
Hey, this pitcher better be careful right here. My man at the plate is not trying to push something to the opposite field.
And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out.
Well, I'm glad we get another look at that beauty of a pitch right there. You can't spot a sinker in a better location because even if you do get the bat on the ball, there's not a whole lot you can do with that. Textbook sinker.
In now, A.J. Valido.
And he'll swing and send a chopper to third.
High hop, and he barehands it. What a way to get it out. 2 gone now. That was exceptional.
Batting fifth, the third baseman, Tiny Ryan.
At the plate, Tiny Ryan. And he'll be looking to change his fortunes in this one. He's seen his numbers take a bit of a dive in recent action. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Salinas has become known as a guy that's tough to take deep. So many starting pitchers find themselves snake bitten by the gopher ball, but he really limits that.
In this day and age of smaller ballparks, the ball's lively, the bats are harder. This guy does a great job of keeping the ball in the ballpark. And one of the keys, he's not predictable. He'll throw his off-speed pitches behind an account. He's really difficult to sit on just one pitch.
And this one's up around the eyes, 2-1. Now a swing and a soft liner, foul. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now a fastball as he just reared up and let that one fly, and the inning is over. So here now's the pitcher, Alexi Salinas, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. He's set and the pitch. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. And wow, a very high strike, but a strike nonetheless, and it's 1-1. And a half swing here, but he pretty clearly went around, and it's 1-2 now. Now here's the pitch. 1-2 is an off-speed pitch. No dice. It's 2-2.
I don't know if that was discipline or whether he's just not swinging the bat at all, but hey, at least he's making the pitcher throw a few more pitches.
Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second, with a punch out, 1 away.
Hey, I'm not sure what he was sitting on right there. Might have been sitting on an off-speed pitch, but instead he gets the fastball way late, had no chance to put that ball in play.
At the plate, Jason Downing, as he'll pick on the first pitch and line one back up the middle, and that's a base hit.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Kept his shoulders square, his hands inside the baseball, and was able to fight off a good, nice executed pitch for a knock.
At the plate now, Jerome Terry. Pitch inside the throw. He's in there easily as the throw bounces on the way down.
You don't see that very often against this guy. This guy has one of the best arms in the game, but still a successful steal of second base.
And this one's on the inside corner, 1-1. One out and a runner on second base. Tries to change up on him there, but it's a ball, 2-1. From the belt, kicks and deals. Lifted down the line in left. And no one will get this one. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Pitch inside the throw. Not in time as he just does get in there ahead of the throw.
That's not an easy thing to do, steal third base, especially off a catcher like this that has a good throwing arm.
Hit out towards second. And that is through into center field, a base hit. And the run is in to score from third.
Hey, good job of hitting right there, D. We're runner on third, less than 2 outs. All you want to do is put the ball in play. He did just that. Hits a grounder right up the middle that drives in a run.
Yeah, took it right back at where it came from. All you're trying to do is avoid the corners. Hit something hard up the middle, whether it be on the ground or in the air. You're going to drive the run.
Stepping in now, Hack Stevenson. And a pitch out. Nothing doing, though, and that's ball 1. And he fouls this one off.
This is a tough guy to turn 2 on. It's got to be hit hard. If you're an infielder, you've got to catch it and get rid of it quickly.
Runners on first with 1 down. Runner goes for second. Pitch is high. The throw. And it skips in as he steals the bag easily.
Well, this pitcher's out there just trying to get hitters out, and he's having a hard time doing that. So as a base runner, that's a good time to try to steal some bases. He's probably not as focused on controlling the running game as he should be.
Rounded down the third baseline. But this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. Turned on, but that's ripped foul down the third baseline. Runner at second here with 1 man out. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3. Keith Clark waits on deck. Count is full. Here's the pitch. Drilled right back up the middle. And boy, an error saver there at first if he kept his foot on the bag. He did. Oh, what a play for the second out. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Keith Clark. He reached on a single in his first try. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Ready with the 0-1 pitch.
Ball.
Going to need to make a little bit of an adjustment with his slider release and at least tempt the hitter that it's going to be a strike.
Now the 1-1 pitch.
2-1.
Hey, after those 2 breaking balls missed, you have to be sitting on a fastball right here.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
3-1.
Not a good spot to be in right now. A pitcher's fallen behind in the count with a guy up that hits really well with runners in scoring position.
The 3-1 pitch. Takes a strike for a full count now, 3-2.
Even though it's early on in this one, anytime you get runners in scoring position, you'd like to knock them in.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Count remains full. The next 3-2. And it's fouled away. High and deep to center field. Looking up is the center fielder. Still ranging back. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. 2-run shot to straightaway center. 4th home run here in the early going as they move on top 4-0.
No surprise with that swing of the bat. This guy is simply one of the best in the game right now. There's not too many guys that take a beautiful hack like that in the league.
To the plate now, Giancarlo Florival, as he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball one. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. The 1-0 home is offered at and missed for the first strike. Got him reaching there. Strike two.
Go to that well one more time. He's been late on the first two.
The 1-2. Lifted the other way to left center. Arellano is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. Bottom of the third coming up. Canada is on top 4-0. Digging in now, Corey Esparza. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. First pitch coming. Here it is. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss.
As this game progresses, I don't think he's going to want to miss in that spot down the middle of the plate much more. It's early. They're a little less aggressive right now, so he's able to get away with it.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Looks to me like he's trying to make adjustments pitch to pitch up there at the plate, but he's looked completely thrown off so far. Late on the first one, way out front on the second.
That misses. 1-2. Now the pitch. 2-2. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. The 2-2 one more time. Swing and a liner. And that gets down and ought to be good for extra bases. He's around first, heading for 2. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
Wow, the pitcher must be just shaking his head. That pitch wasn't anywhere near the strike zone, but he gave it the old tomahawk chop and somehow connected with it anyway. Now he's standing on second, and he even has to smile about that one.
So now to the plate, Saul Worthing, as he'll pop this one foul off to the left and out of play. He'll enter play here at 3:04. 2 home runs and 3 driven in. And it's 1-1.
Lane 11, 1-1.
And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
Into the box, Brad Sanders, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. And there's ball one.
1 ball, 1 strike.
One out and a runner on second base. Two and one.
1 strike.
All even now, 2 and 2. In the dirt here, but it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side. Flournoy ranges back, and he has it for out number 2.
The batter, number 22, second baseman, Ryan Cannon.
Now at the plate, Brian Cannon. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, Matty, and it looked like a sinker in his last AB that got him to roll over. Kind of similar situation right here. Similar stuff on the mound. Look for them to try and get him to do exactly the same thing as his last AB. He's got to fight to get it elevated just a little bit more.
2-0.
Now you can see he's working around this guy right here. Why not? First base is open. Walk wouldn't be the worst thing in this spot.
Two and one after the foul ball there. As a look, now the pitch. 3-1 now. Andrew Arellano would be next if they can keep this inning alive. The 3-1. Down the first baseline. But this will wind up foul as he runs the count full now. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. Reined in. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. All set for the start of the fourth, and set to go as the third baseman, Spud Wallace.
Spud Wallace.
He's set. Here it comes. First pitch fastball in on the fists for ball one. On the ground to the left side. He's got it. Throw to first in time. One gone here in the fourth.
The first baseman, number 19, Jared Davis.
Striding in once again, Jared Davis. First pitch coming. Here it is. Davis, a native of Nebraska, the Cornhusker State as they call it. He's in his rookie year here at the big league level. Hit to third. Scooped up. On to first, and that is two quick outs to start the fourth.
The catcher, number 1, Billy Flowers.
Ready for another chance? Billy Flowers. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch outs will stick with you a little longer.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a fastball misses here to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Hard hit toward the hole. And this gets under the shortstop's glove. That'll likely be a base hit.
Hey, D-Roll, that's just what you want to do. Keep the pressure on. He's given up a couple of runs early already in this game, and now he gives up the 2-out single.
Yeah, no chance right there. You want to make this guy work. You want to try and get into their pen as quick as possible. And if 2-out knocks are the answer, then so be it.
Into the box now, Alexi Salinas. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. Nothing in one count. Here it comes. Fouled off.
Yeah, you could tell he was ready for another fastball, but the pitcher went to breaking ball, and the hitter just fouls that one off.
Fouled away. The next 0-2.
Ball.
2 out with the man at first.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th. And coming forward, the veteran outfielder, Andrew Arellano.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
And well off the plate with the change of pace. That's ball 2. Outside, 3-0 now.
Hey, throwing the ball great up until this point. Don't want to allow a leadoff walk. Needs to just focus in on his mechanics right here.
That one's in there. 3-1. Looking to fade his first walk. Here it comes. Swing, and he pops him up, and this will land foul. Hit hard on the ground to third. Reined in. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
The right fielder, number 16, Scott Franchise.
Into the box, Scott Franchise, a Silver Slugger recipient for National League outfielders a year ago. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Too low. 1-0.
1-0.
Belted high and deep into right center. A ball that's carrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch. Well, that was a seriously impressive catch on the run that we just watched, and we'll watch it again with Show Track. He did about everything right from start to finish on this one, and as you see, he had an amazingly long way to go to haul it in. That was just awesome. Digging in to try it again, Randall Mad Dog. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Here it comes. Just behind the fastball there. 2 strikes now. 2 out, nobody on. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. A swing and a ground ball to third, but a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. Liner toward right center. And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
The center fielder, number 12, A.J. Valito.
In now, A.J. Valito. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Back up the middle, and that's through into center field. Base hit. And not in time as he just crosses the plate in time. Go to second, and he's out. That'll end the inning, but they do score 1 on the play. So 1 run here on 2 base hits, no errors, and no one left. We played 4 full. Canada leads it 4-1. At the plate, Jason Downing will swing and lift a ball foul off to the left and out of play. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far. Here comes the 0-1.
That's a good take on a fastball out of the zone. Hey, I get it. He's looking for a ball to drive, but that ball was a little bit too far up in the zone. That's one you normally pop right up.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Oh, they have him looking awfully confused up there right now. It's 1-2.
Real ugly 0-1 swing there. As a pitcher, you've got to be hunting for the strikeout, knowing you have this guy way off balance.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
Good pitch there on 0-2. Breaking ball out of the zone away. Might set up another breaking ball to see if he'll chase this one a little bit farther off the plate.
Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. Digging in once again, Jerome Terry. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. First delivery to him on the way. And this one runs up high, ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
Not what he wanted to do there with the slider as it misses well above the zone.
Hey, you want to talk about being in the zone. This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
A diving try, but it's through into the outfield.
Now that's the right fielder, Pat Stevenson.
To the plate now, Pat Stevenson. A pitch out. The throw bounces, but he's out. Nice play there to pick the throw and put the tag on quickly. Fifth inning here in a 4-1 ball game. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now.
And this is why he's struggling right here. He's not able to pound the strike zone early in the count. These guys are finding themselves in serious count leverage situations, and good hitters aren't going to miss.
And wow, that looked to be well inside, but it's a called strike. 2-1 now. Pitch on the way.
Double.
Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Now a check swing, and he went around, says the home plate umpire. Pretty forceful about it, too. And the inning is over. Leading off the inning, Tiny Ryan, and they'll need him to get something going here.
The third baseman, Tiny.
Here comes the first pitch.
No, off the plate.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Hit out towards second. He's got it. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
And this is not an easy play when you have to range to your right. He really didn't have a chance to get his feet set, so this is all arm. Nicely done.
Into the box now, Corey Esparza. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. First pitch on its way.
Fight. No ball. One strike.
Bases are empty, one man out. Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. And that falls in for a solid base hit, his second of the night.
Well, that's not a bad pitch right there. That's a pretty good sinker. He just happens to hook that one right into left field for a base hit.
Yeah, he got the bat head out right there, Dan, and was able to get that one in left field.
So now to the plate, Saul Worthing, and he takes ball one. Runner at first here, one man out. And there he goes towards second. Strike taken, the throw. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease.
You might say that that steal is on the catcher because the pitcher was so quick to the plate with his delivery, but I think the credit has to go to the base runner. Great jump, and he really showed off his speed there.
In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. And another foul ball. And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2.
This is a fun guy to watch when he's up there. Really battles. Doesn't take any pitches off. He's a grinder. Always seems to make it difficult on the opposing pitcher.
Here now the 2-2. And this ball is also hit foul and heading for the seats, so we'll have to do it again. Still 2-2. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up.
Ball.
Shin high. That's taken for a ball.
You can certainly tell at-bats like this one frustrate the heck out of a pitcher. But you got to find a way to stay composed and execute your plan.
Pulled toward right center field. Stevenson is over to his right as he puts this one away. 2 down.
The batter, the pitcher, Brad Sanders.
Kevin Esslinger will look to provide a little 2-out thunder off the bench as he'll hit with a runner at second and 2 away. And he lays off there, 1-0.
1 ball, no strike.
From the stretch.
No.
No reason to give in to him here with the base open. Putting him on base just gives your defense more ways to help get you out of this.
On the ground to the right side. Off balance throw gets him. Nice play there as the side is retired. Jason Blake takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
Jason Blake.
Top half of the sixth about to get started. And digging in is the outfielder, Heath Clark. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Ball. 1-0.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0.
Ball.
If you've been paying attention, the guy on the mound does not want to come inside. If I'm at the plate, I'm leaning out over.
The 2-0 on the way. Down the third baseline. But a foul ball, and it's 2-1 now. Fastball, but he's losing it a bit here to 3-1 now. Giancarlo Florival will be next. The 3-1. Tough pitch to lay off, but he did, and it's ball 4, so the leadoff hitter's aboard to start the sixth.
And that's what you want from your leadoff hitter. Shows some great patience and discipline, making the pitcher labor to start the game. The result is a leadoff walk and a chance to make some early noise.
Ready once again, Giancarlo Florival. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Now we'll see some action in the bullpen as the lefty starts to get loose. A 1 pitch on its way.
Ball.
Sixth inning. 4-1 is our score. Swing and a miss on the sinker, and it's 1-2.
Good thing he didn't make contact with that pitch. Only thing he could do is probably hit that on the ground. It could be a double play ball.
And this one's in the dirt, but it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. Here now the 2-2. Lifted out towards straightaway center field. Valido will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first.
The third baseman, number 99, Bud Wallace.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Spud Wallace. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. First pitch on its way. Offered at and missed. Here's the throw. In time as he just gets the tag down.
Well, I'm not sure if he was going on his own or if that came from the dugout, but either way, he didn't give himself much of a chance with the lead he took. A bigger lead, and maybe he's in there safely.
Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Inside and high with that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hey, I get it. He wants to set up that breaking ball down and away, but that 0-2 fastball wasn't even close.
The 1-2. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Center fielder giving chase. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Leading off the inning, Brian Cannon, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. First offering on its way. And that misses, ball 1. A high strike there, and it's 1-1.
That's a pitch he'd like to have back. You're not going to see very many pitches like that from a pitcher of this quality. I'm sure he'd like to have that one back to take a swing at it.
And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. sent on the ground out to second. Fielded cleanly, and a good throw gets him one gone.
The left fielder, number 99, Andrew Arellano.
Standing in, Andrew Arellano. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. First pitch coming. Here it is.
No.
One out, nobody on. And it's a called strike to even the count at 1. Weak grounder down the line at third. Oh, and it eats him up a bit.
Jeez, this looked like a routine grounder that just got away from him. Every school kid knows that you've got to look it all the way into the glove. He didn't, and now they've got to deal with a one-out base runner.
Now time called here as here comes the skipper from the third base dugout. And he's looking to the bullpen here, so it would appear that's all for his starter tonight. So he'll head for the showers as he stands to win this one if the bullpen can find a way to protect his 3-run lead. Carmen Torres enters to make an appearance on the mound as he inherits a runner at first with one out in the inning. Scott Franchise will be the first to greet him here as he'll stand in with a runner at first and one away. From the stretch. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And there's out number 2 as this is taken in shy of the track, and the runner will have to retreat. And now this is thrown wildly, just getting it into the infield. On to first, a double play. Now at the plate, Jared Davis. Here's the pitch.
The first baseman.
Pitch to the plate is a sinker for a called strike 1. Grounded up the first baseline, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. Grounded softly down the line toward first. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7. Settling in now, Billy Flowers. He singled his last time up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Don't expect too many more high fastballs in this one. He is known for his sinker, keeping the ball on the ground.
And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. We're in the 7th now. 4-1 our score to this point. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. Oh, and he leaves the fastball up there. Mistake in location. He is going to pay for it dearly as that ball is sent over the wall. A home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. First home run of the campaign for him as they stretch the lead to 5-1.
Man, we've seen that high fastball come into play more and more this year by pitchers, but he tried to sneak a high piece of cheese by this guy. He had no part of it, and he takes him deep.
Justin Cole will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher. Line toward right center. And this is going to find some real estate out there as he comes through off the bench with extra bases. Around second now and headed for third. And he's in there at third with a one-out triple.
Yeah. First a home run and then a triple. And if the pattern holds, the next hitter will rope a double to bring another run home here. We shall see.
Bobby Tyrone comes on to pitch here with one man gone in the top of the 7th.
Bobby Tyrone.
Standing in now, Jason Downing, as he takes a cold strike on the black. It's 0-1. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Lifted down the line in right and back out of play. Count holds it 0-2. 0-2 count, and the pitch. This pitch is popped up. Esparza is under it. 2 gone.
The center fielder, number 35.
Digging in, Jerome Terry. Grounder down the line at third. Hit down the third baseline, but this will get foul for strike 2. The 0-2 delivery, and a half. Hearted swing there as they tie him up inside for the third strike, and the inning is over. But add on one more as the solo shot stretches their lead even further. Bottom of the 7th inning coming up. Get up and stretch. The Mounties are out in front 5-1. Alejandro Perez gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th. Leading off the inning, Randall Mad Dog, and they'll need him to get something going here.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
First pitch coming, here it is. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1.
Hey, this is a real pesky hitter right here. As a pitcher, you really like to keep this guy off the bases. This is a guy that kind of sets the tables for big innings.
The 1-0 home misses off the plate.
2 balls, no strike.
2-0 count, the pitch. 3-0 now.
I'm seeing him just a little too amped up out there right now. That's common with hard throwers like him. Running a blazing fastball up there is great, but if you can't harness it, what good does it do you?
Swinging on 3-0, and he can't keep it fair, so it'll be 3-1 now. Gets him to swing and miss there. 3-2. And that misses, ball 4. It's a leadoff walk to start the home 7th.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
Ready now, A.J. Valido. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. From the stretch. And he fouls this one off.
All you want is the leadoff man to get on to start a big inning, maybe get a big rally going to claw your way back into this ball game.
The 0-1 delivery. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. 7th inning here in a 5-1 ball game. And he lays off upstairs, but it's ruled a strike, and he can't believe it. 1-2. In tight with the slider, 2-2. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Here's another 2-2.
Ball. Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
And he lays off there, ball 4. So back-to-back walks have him in business here with nobody out.
Well, when you go with a slider there in a full count, you're hoping that the hitter is thinking fastball and swings through it. Didn't work out that way, though. He lays off and gets the free pass.
So digging in now, Tiny Ryan. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
With some traffic on the base paths, nice job by the pitcher to execute strike 1.
And now a left-hander will start to get ready in the bullpen. Here's the 0-1 pitch. There's a breaking ball, but it's laid off and doesn't find the zone.
He's already walked 2 in this inning already. This guy just can't seem to find the strike zone.
Too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside.
Hey, lots of guys get too aggressive in a spot like this, but he's done a nice job of gaining some count leverage. Look for him to put the ball and play hard.
And the pitch on 2-1 down the third baseline.
He's going to be thinking about that pitch all night if he doesn't have a big game right here. Pulled his front shoulder and everything went with it.
Softly hit down to third, likely no shot at 2. There's one, but no real shot at 2 as he's safe easily at first.
That was kind of a high degree of difficulty play that time. You see the off-balance throw to second base, and he couldn't get a lot on it, but they did get the out.
So stepping in, Corey Esparza. He doubled earlier and carries a 2-for-2 line into this appearance. First pitch on its way. Lifted into center field. Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. And he is safe at the plate as he beats the tag, and it's a 5-2 ball game.
Got his job done there and made it look pretty simple. Got it into the outfield to bring home the first run of the game and pick up the RBI.
Your attention, please.
So they'll go to the bullpen now, and it'll be the left-hander here to face the upcoming left-handed batter. Saul Worthing will be the first to greet him here as he stands in with a runner at first and 2 away. Throw over to the bag, and the runner back easily. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. Stevenson will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. So they scratch across a run here on no hits, no errors, and a man left. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. The Mounties are out on top 5-2. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. The kid, Hale, will come on to pitch now as he'll move into the 8th spot in the lineup on the double switch here. Michael Lopez will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch. Leading off the inning, Hack Stevenson, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. First pitch of the at-bat. A ball and no strikes. Hale, originally from Mississippi, he's a veteran of 7 years at the major league level. The 1-0. And it's fouled away. The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2. Full count, 3-2.
And just when you needed a shutdown inning, a leadoff walk was certainly not on the agenda. He needs a bear down right here.
High in the air out to center field. Valido is underneath this one, and he's got it for the first down.
The left fielder.
Time to give you a look now at the numbers for our two starting pitchers, and really nothing to write home about on either line, as neither guy was able to last even 6 innings. Keith Clark will stride in, but first we take you back to the 3rd as you take another look here at his 2-run homer that had him rolling early on. Here's the pitch. All over that one, but a little out in front. Foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. Fouled off. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. A swing and a miss. He offered it a ball way outside the strike zone for out number 2.
Pretty textbook pitching right there. Jump ahead in the count 0-2 and then start working outside the zone. Easier said than done, but that's the way to do it.
Into the box, Giancarlo Florival. Can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. The 1-0 home is swung on and missed. Strike 1.
Playing 11, 1-1.
To short. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Digging in, Michael Lopez, and he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. He's set, and the pitch. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Hit to first. Scooped up. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
The batter, number 22, second baseman, Brian Cannon.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Brian Cannon. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Ball.
Got to find a way to scratch at least one across. You do not want to take on the monster closing the game down 3.
The 1-0. We're in the 8th inning now of a 5-2 ball game. Good pitch there down below the zone. Got him to go after it.
In my opinion, one of the toughest pitches in the game to square up. Just a heavy sinker with good downward action.
The 1-2. Swing and a ground ball to third. Well, this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
That was a good job there of using the batter's aggressiveness against him. He was putting up a good fight and fouling a lot of balls off. So as a pitcher, it's a great idea to expand the zone even more and make the hitter really chase after something that's even hard to foul off.
At the plate now, Andrew Arellano. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. So they breeze through this half of the inning. 9th inning coming up. The Mounties on top 5-2.
Guy Eaton comes on to work now, and he's their usual closer, but this is obviously not a save opportunity.
Yeah, and this is all about just getting him some work, guys. He hasn't had a chance to come in and close the game out for several days now, so they're just hoping they can keep him sharp and give him the chance to pitch in a real game situation here.
Third baseman, Bud Wallace.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Spud Wallace is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike.
You know, something to keep in mind, they're really burning through that bullpen, and this is only the first game of the series. Definitely could have an impact on the rest of the series, and maybe even the whole week ahead.
And that misses. 2-1. Three and 1. Jared Davis is on deck. The 3-1 pitch is swung on and missed, and that's a full count now. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Get it ready, big boy. This guy's throwing 3 digits right here. The best way I can help the fans is 90-92, you can usually see seams. 92-95, it starts to really quicken up on you. Over 3 digits, you're seeing a white blur.
Fouled away. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. And this pitch misses here. It's ball 4, and they've got a leadoff base runner aboard to start the 9th.
I know one thing. He earned that free pass right there. He was tempted with some really good pitches, but he stayed disciplined and drew the walk.
Stepping up now, Jared Davis. Here comes the first pitch.
Ball. 1-0.
Now the 1-0. A swing and a miss, strike one.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Nobody out, runner on first. Down low, 2 balls and a strike.
Sometimes you got to be aggressive offensively, but sometimes you just let the pitcher dig his own grave. Patience and discipline seem to be the way to go right here.
And he fouls this one off. Got him swinging on the split-fingered pitch, and that's out number 1.
Well, that's just a quality pitch right there. The location was excellent because if it's put in play, there's a good chance it's on the ground for a double play. And, hey, a strikeout always works, too.
Stepping in now, Billy Flowers. As he'll watch one miss down and in for a ball, 1-0. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. The 1-0.
Clearly working the bottom of the zone, trying to get a ground ball for a double play.
Runners on first with 1 down. And that's in there, 2-1.
Look at the radar gun on that slider. Off-speed pitch, 91 miles an hour. That's just pure filth.
Now the 2-1. Grounded to first. Right to him. The second for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Nothing across here this half of the inning. On now to the bottom of inning number 9. Canada is out in front here, 5-2. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Darrell Pickett comes on looking for a save here in the bottom of the 9th inning.
And batting in the 8th spot, number 60, Darrell Pickett.
Bottom of the inning now, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Scott Franchise.
Hey, not an easy thing to do to try to come back and tie a game or take the lead off of a guy like this, one of the game's elite closers.
And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. This year against right-handed pitching, Franchise is carrying around a batting average in the 320s. That's what you might call potent.
These are the type of hitters that absolutely frustrate a pitching staff and a pitching coach. He's not trying to do a ton of damage, but he's certainly going to put the ball in play and be a pest the entire season.
Now the 1-1 pitch. It's a high drive to left, back toward the wall, but he's going to run out of room. It's gone! Solo shot here to left. Second home run early in the year, and it's a 5-3 game now. No doubt an impressive home run, so we'll employ Show Track for a more in-depth look. 112 miles an hour was the exit velocity off the bat, so it's no wonder why it ended up having the impressive distance that it did. At the plate, Randall Mad Dog. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He's 1 for 2 in this one. And that changeup makes him jump, a swing and a miss. come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now.
Looks like this guy's afraid to throw the ball in the strike zone. Gave up that home run earlier in the inning. Needs to get back to being aggressive.
And a strike. Threw him a breaking ball that time. 2-2. And he takes ball 3, so it's a full count now.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. And it's fouled away. This is line to left. Oh, and this kicks right off of him.
Dan, how frustrating that must be. 8-pitch at bat, and he's able to work a base hit.
Bro, he threw everything but the kitchen sink there. I mean, the off-speed pitches, fastballs, and on the 8th pitch, left one out over the plate. Just enough for a base hit.
Into the box now, A.J. Valido. And he is frozen on a good curveball that started at his hip with strike 1. Hunter low, 1-1.
Hey, this isn't going to be an easy save. These guys are making him work for this one.
A runner at first with no outs here. A ball and 2 strikes now. And he got him.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
Standing in now, Tiny Ryan, as he'll take a look at ball 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Now the 1-0, lofted in the air out toward right center. Stevenson is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
The first baseman, number 7, Corey Esparza.
Stepping into the box, Corey Esparza. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
No.
The 1-0.
Ball. 2-0.
2-run game, last of the 9th with 2 away. Outside with that delivery, and it's 3-0 now.
Time to narrow your focus up there at the plate. In a 1-run game, he doesn't want to walk you, so there's a good chance he's going to get something to handle right here.
Three and one.
He's having a great day at the dish. His timing is spot on. His pitching staff's going to have to find a different way of attacking him.
Taken, called strike 2, and now they're down to their final strike tonight.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. And he strikes him out to end it here, as they were able to get the possible tying run to the plate but could not cash in.
Well, that's not exactly how you draw it up. He gave up a long ball to make it interesting, but it was the only run he gave up, and he hangs on to collect the save.
And this evening's contest comes to a close, 5-3 the final. Canada secured their 10th victory of the season. Alexi Salinas earns the win, his second. Darrell Pickett closes the door for the save, his 8th of the season. So that's a wrap for us in this one. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, Matt Vasgersian, we all thank you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. See you next time.
Fans, our final line score. First, for the victorious visiting team, 5 runs on 9 hits, 1 error. They left 4 men on base. For the home team, 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 9 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.